Welcome back, guys, to the Sweet Science Media with your boys Fat Mouse and Cash. Today we are joined by Ijaz, Jazzy Ahmed, IBF WBO Super-Flyweight European Champion. Welcome, Jazzy.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much for having me.
Man, it's a pleasure, man. It's good stuff, man. Congratulations, first and foremost, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. It was a good, hard fight, and Alhamdulillah, all praise be to Allah. I came out with the win, the victory.
So yeah, we're a week, just about a week now, exactly from the win.
Yeah.
A big win, obviously live on BT Sport. You beat previously undefeated Kaisy Khademi.
Yeah.
How's things for you since the victory? You know.
Yeah, I mean crazy. My phone hasn't been stopped pinging. I'm getting people messaging me, congratulating me. Obviously, people I don't know, people I do know, but I haven't really got in touch in ages. And then you know how it is. It's just one of them things, and it's surreal. But it still hasn't kicked in because I haven't received my titles yet. So as soon as them titles come in, and I'm there taking pictures with all the guys, and it's gonna start feeling like, yo, I am the champion.
Yeah. That must be exciting, man. Yeah.
So yeah, what we were touching on obviously as well beforehand is big win, huge win, probably the biggest win of your career so far.
100%.
Going into the fight and the lead up to the fight,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel as though you were being overlooked or you weren't given the credit which you already deserve?
Yeah, I mean, what I've been told, because obviously I was in the bubble and I wasn't watching none of the show, the live what was on, and what I've been told was Kaisy was getting all the airtime, and he was being told he was being portrayed as a really top prospect, and he probably does deserve it from what he's come from and where he's come from and what he had to do to get there. But I mean, I think they did overlook me, and they didn't give me the respect in that term to show anything of my background. I mean, I didn't have it tough either. I've gone through a lot of struggle and a lot of things to get to where I am. But having said that, I'd never underestimate, or I'd never not give the respect to my opponent, because everybody's in there to win. Everybody has a job to do, and Alhamdulillah, I went in there and we had a game plan. We stuck to it and we got the job done.
Did that make you want to, so being sort of written off a little bit, if you like, did that make you want to prove a point more and change things up, or was that just how you were going to go in anyway?
Yeah, I was going to go in there anyway, because I mean, I only found out all this until afterwards. Okay. I didn't know they wasn't putting anything up for me, because when I was getting ready, warming up and everything, the cameraman came into the changing room, and I was showing a bit of you gotta do a bit of showboating and stuff. I was doing a bit of shadow sparring in front of the camera, and I was thinking, okay, all my fans, everybody's watching that. So, and then I asked them, did any of that come onto the TV? And they were saying no, nothing came up on you. It was all about Kaisy, which is good for him, obviously, because he's getting the exposure, and he was a Frank Warren fighter. I wasn't at the time, but now, because I have won, with the contract we signed and everything, I am one of the Queensbury boys now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and hopefully the next time around they will put me in front of the camera, and I'll get some TV exposure. Because at the end of the day, before this fight, there's a lot of people that didn't know I existed, and now obviously they do, because I put on a show that everybody enjoyed. And if you did know me and you've been through my journey from the start, you'd know that every fight I've been fighting is an exciting fight. So whoever you put in front of me, you're gonna see fireworks, and you're gonna see a good, hard, tough fight, and somebody that's gonna give it his all the time.
That's good, man.
You spoke about obviously Kaisy getting all of the pre-match build up was about him, and obviously he was undefeated at the time, Frank Warren fighter, so the cameras were obviously shifted towards him. Did he do anything different in there, or was there anything that surprised you about the way he performed in there?
No, not really. I wasn't focused on what he was doing. I was just focused on me, and I was focused on what we've been working on in the gym. And let me take this opportunity to thank all the team. That's Paul Mann, that's Matt Sturgis, that's Ben Wilkes, and even the main gaffer Errol, for putting their trust in me and giving me the time and effort put into the gym, pads, circuits, everything, and I really do appreciate it. And because of this focus on me and giving me the time, I've been able to get the job done, and that game plan worked.
Well done, man. Fantastic. It sounds like you got a good team with you, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's like a family. Yeah. And like everyone else in the gym there, who are fighting, because BCB is quite big in the area, and they've got a lot of professional boxers under them. It's like a family thing where even though we're not the same, even if we are the same weight, or even if we're not the same, it's like everybody coming together and we're giving each other like tips. Do this, do that. When we're sparring, if I'm sparring somebody and one of the other lads are watching, they give me a little shout out, or they tell me at the end, this is what you should have done, and maybe try it the next time, and vice versa. I even, like the bigger lads, there's a few guys in there I've even told, look, stick that jab to him, because you got a lovely jab and it works. And like we thank each other, and we help each other. That's how it should be.
It's good chemistry then.
Yeah, right? Definitely. Brilliant.
I wanted to touch on this because this is even like before the fight, before we find out obviously that you won. You were like 2 or 3 fights away from the main event. Mm-hmm. You got bumped up to the main event. That must have been, firstly, must have been crazy news. Mm-hmm. So again, congratulations for that. But did that make things more, like, was there more pressure, or did you think, oh yo, this is my time? Like, how did it?
You know what it is? Honestly, whether I was at the bottom, me personally, I like to fight first, because then I could get my fight out the way and I could just relax and watch other people, everyone else fight. But I mean, it was all happening. Like it was. How can I explain? Everything happened at the right time. Like the main, obviously there was 2 guys, 2 fights ahead of me. The main guy, obviously, he injured his hand, which obviously put the ones below him at the top. And then all of a sudden, one of them got the COVID. And then it's us, me and Kaisy. Our fight's the main event, and the actual show was about to get cancelled at one point, but fortunately it went ahead, and we got the show on the roll, because it got cancelled a few times before. Once previously, because Kaisy was tested positive, and the time before that. I can't remember what exactly. I think it was because the COVID just started and everything. So I mean, I was excited, and like, you know, it was a big opportunity for me. Yes, there was this pressure, but I didn't feel it. I just went in there thinking, you know, it's just a bit. It's sparring, but with a bit of lights and a bit of like
just more rise of glamour.
Glamour. That's the word I'm looking for. Like it was like kind of pressurized, but that didn't faze me, because I've been in them situations before. You know, when you're in the amateur days where sometimes there is no crowd, and you just gotta get in there and get the job done. And that's how I felt, and that's how I went in there thinking, just it's a job you gotta do. Just keep focused and get it done. So, and that's what I did.
Well, brilliant. You last fought in 2019. So about 16 months, something like that.
Something like that. In November 2019.
And how what was that like going into such a big fight? Then did that layoff, that time off?
Well, people do say you get ring rust and all that, but I mean, when we prepare for these fights, we're in the ring and we're sparring all the time. So I can't make no excuses, and I never will make any excuse, because you've got to be you've got to be 100% ready for anything. And I know, I mean, only the fighters out there know sparring and fighting in competitions, two different things. But when you get in there, maybe 1 or 2 rounds, you just get warmed up, and then it's like second nature to us. So yes, there was a bit of that, but it just quickly rubbed away, and we just gotta get the job done and carry on.
Brilliant.
So obviously, when we were talking about having such a big win, what's next for you anyway? What would you like to do? Is there any discussions with, obviously now you said you're a Frank Warren fighter, you're a Queensbury fighter. Has the rematch been discussed, or any other fighters in particular being mentioned?
At the moment, nothing. As soon as the fight finished, I mean, a lot of people and a lot of his team, they were talking about a rematch straight away, and I'm like, look, I've just won the title. It's a big fight for me, and let me enjoy it. And I mean, it's only been a week since the fight, so, and I haven't been back in the gym. I'm lucky to have at least a week off. I'll be back in the gym on Monday and taking over. We're not going to talk. I don't think we'll talk about anything as of yet, because Ramadan's coming up, and after that is when we'll sit down and weigh up our options, and whatever seems right for me. And if the rematch is there and the money's right and everything, then yeah, why not? I don't mind. But obviously it depends on what the management think and what the best option is for me. So we're just gonna go with that.
If it's not Kaisy, is there anyone domestically or on the European or world scene in particular that you've looked at? I mean, there's like guys, obviously they're up in the rankings, like Sonny Edwards and things like that. Is there anyone in particular that you've got your eye on, or you know?
No, I haven't got my eye on nobody really. I mean, whatever the management or whoever they put in front of me, then and we've agreed and everything, then we'll start analysing, like every other team does. I mean, whoever says they don't analyse none of their opponents, I don't think they don't telling the truth, because everyone does. It's understandable, and obviously everybody does do that, so to get the tactics right and what they need to do to defeat that opponent. So I'm not too sure about who it's going to be yet. So as soon as we do find out is when we go ahead and start implementing a game plan and doing all that stuff.
I forgot to ask as well at the beginning, it completely slipped my mind. How's your back?
It was broke.
I thought we were going to get that one of them, but it's spinal.
Spinal.
You know what? It was a bit of a weird moment there, because maybe some of the people weren't understanding the reference straight away, but as soon as you said it, I was like, you must have planned that a little bit, innit?
Yeah. What it was like because I was teasing my sister a few weeks before the fight and stuff, because obviously mom and dad they understand with the boxing and stuff, and not to make me do anything extra to normal, like the family chores and all that stuff. So I was just using that to my advantage. And I was just saying my back is broke, I've got spinal, I'm not allowed to do it, like, kind of thing. And then she just came out with this, I dare you to say that on the interview.
So you did.
And
I actually remembered to do it.
And then when I was there in front of the lights, and Bruce Bunsey was asking me these questions, and I thought, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity to say it. And obviously I was hoping it was on live, and she would have seen it straight away. But obviously, unfortunately, the time ran past his time, and they had to go straight into the next show. But good thing they put it on YouTube afterwards, and everyone got to see it.
That was good though.
Fantastic, man.
Going away from obviously your fight, and just a bit more about you then as well. You've been boxing for a long time. Was this always something you wanted to do?
No, it wasn't. It's a funny story. I mean, I've never actually been on camera and told my story, but it's a bit of a long one. Is it something you've got
We've got
time
the time.
for? Or okay.
All the time.
So
You're the champ
I
now, remember?
started. I started in this, but like I started as a kickboxer. To be honest, at age 8, my dad got me in. I was a fat kid, and putting on too much weight, eating everything and anything kind of thing. And my dad said, you know what, it's time to shed a bit of that them pans and. I learned something in self-defense as well, because obviously it's a tough old world out there, and you don't want to be pushed around because you are a bit bigger than the rest of the kids. But yeah, I did that until I was roughly about 15, and I had a good decent record considering I was fighting people like yay high compared to me. I was like down here. I'd only lost like 2 fights in 25, 26 fights, which isn't too bad. But unfortunately, my dad had a little tiff with the trainer we was training with, and from there he was actually doing boxing and kickboxing at the time, and he said, forget the kickboxing, let's go, I'm gonna bring you into the boxing. So I've come over there, and I've been there for a while, and there's a lot of my friends from school and stuff there, and I was thinking, it's a good time to chill with them and get together after school. So I mean, 3 years I've been there just messing around, but I was better than near off all of them in there. I was beating them all up, and these like were competing and stuff. And it come a point where I was 18 years old, and I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna, do I want to be a fat boy all my life, or do you want to shed this way and go for it? And I had a good long hard think for myself, and I thought, okay, I'll go for it, because at one point I was being forced to go where I didn't want to go, and I thought, I'll knock you on the head. I don't like this no more, because I don't want to do it. Like, it's just one of them things. But then it just come to me, and I thought, I've got to try at least. And if I do shed the pans, and I do go in there and do it, I could make something of this. So I've gone and done it, and a good 5-year amateur career at elite level. So I didn't have no experience from some people. A majority of these top athlete amateur lads, they start off when they're really young, and they get all that experience fighting 50, 100 fights in their amateur career. I just had a good 5-year career straight at the top. Had around about 30, 35 fights. I lost a lot early because, like I said, fat boy, small, and guys up there. And I was still troubling these guys. These guys, it wasn't no walk in the park for them. And I managed to shed the weight, and then I've come to the weight I am now. Like, I think I was fighting at 54 to 56 kg at the time, and the first year I went into the elites, I got to the Midlands round, and I fell short. But then the second year, I properly I matured in that weight. I stayed roughly around that weight for a good year, and then I went in there and I got to the pre-quarters, and I got robbed, because I've gone to Liverpool, and I'm fighting a guy that's actually got a backstory where his trainer sadly passed away, and he was dedicating all this for him. And I'm 100%. I know I won that two rounds to 1. I was a slow starter in the amateurs. The first round he won it. I put my hands up, but the second 2 I pushed it, and I know I won them. But the judges were biased, and they give it to him. So that kind of broke my heart. So I tried it one more year, and I got robbed again. So I thought, you know what? Yeah, it's time to move over to the professionals. So I've moved over, and 4 years later, I'm in this stage, and I can't be happier. I mean, it's just onwards and upwards now. I've been climbing that ladder for a good few years, and now I got to this stage, and I had to take my opportunity, and that's what I did. And it's all because of the will of Allah, and obviously it's me doing all the hard work and putting the graft in, but Allah is the one that's giving me the strength and the belief and the courage and everything coming from Allah. So I'm nothing without Allah, and that's the honest truth.
It's good, man. That's an amazing story.
It is.
I didn't realize it was kickboxing in the back. In the beginning. So you got a lot to you owe a lot to your dad, man.
Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and it wasn't easy because, mashallah, we are a big family. We're 7 kids, and it was tough because it was my dad who was the sole earner in the family, and he was. We didn't really get a proper upbringing because he was always out there working. And it was just my mum, and my mum was taking care of 7 kids. I don't know anyone else in my life that's able to cope with 7 little rugrats running around all on her own, and she didn't have no help whatsoever, and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful to Allah for giving me such beautiful parents that were able to take care of us and brought us up the right way. Alhamdulillah, I'm 5-time Namazi. Namaz and Islam and Allah is number 1 for me. And same with all my siblings. We're all the same in them terms. We read our namaz, and then our worldly affairs come afterwards. I mean, I'm so strong in my religion where if tomorrow or if I was told boxing is fully haram and you're not allowed to do it, don't even go there. I'm hanging my gloves up today. As soon as I find that out, I'm hanging my gloves up, because in the end it's the hereafter what I'm here for. I'm not here for this world. This world is just a test. So it's just one of them things.
Amazing, man. And it sounds like your whole family must be very proud of you as well, man.
Yeah, they are.
Fantastic, man.
As soon as I got back, it was just like, obviously it was really late, but they was thinking I was going to come back the next day, but they had a lot of things planned before I got back. Unfortunately,
you surprised them.
Yeah, I surprised. They were like, and they woke up in the morning, "What are you doing here? I thought you was supposed to come back tomorrow." But it's just one of them things where you had to get back in time for the coach. You had to get back.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Cool. Amazing.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Ijaz, while we've got you on here, can we just let everybody know where to find you on social media?
Yeah, Instagram, Ijaz_Jazzy93, and on Facebook, just type my name, Ijaz Ahmed, and you can't miss me. I got my I got my face out there. So yeah, just add up. I'm a people's champ. You can ask me whatever. I mean, as much as a boxer I am, I'm also, I want to be an ambassador of Islam and actually help whoever needs help. Any questions, I'm there to answer. And even if you have any questions about the boxing, anything you want to answer, if any questions you want to ask, I'll do my best to answer them. And I'm not one of them to forget where I come from, because there's a lot of people who are there from the start for me, and where a lot of people didn't think I could do anything with my life and make it. I've proven them wrong. With the will of Allah, anything is possible.
And this is just the start, man.
This is just the start.
Looking forward to seeing you in the higher levels,
inshallah.
Inshallah. And just really getting to the very top, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Behind you, man.
That's it. If it's written for it to happen, if it's ordained, then yes, you will see me up in them lights and the stardom and everything. But keep in mind I'm just gonna still be the humble guy I am and keep my head grounded, and I don't want to. I pray to Allah that none of this money makes me changes me and ruins my my whole like what's that word? Basically, it doesn't ruin me.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's what I'm aiming for.
And yeah, I understand it completely. So all the best, man.
No, again, we appreciate your time.
Yeah,
no problem.
It was a pleasure.
Anytime. I mean,
thank you, bro.
in the future, hopefully, we'll be sitting
spots.
here, and I'll be here with my world championship belt here, inshallah.
That's the
And you boys will be one of the guys that will come and do some.
Yeah, love that, man. Love it. We did ask Ijaz to bring the belts, but he hasn't got them, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
otherwise we'd have had them spread out, and that would have been, you know.
Yeah, next time we'll get all the belts out, lined up,
Inshallah.
and that's the plan. But again, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
This was the Sweet Science Media. It was Cash, Mouse, and obviously the champ, Ijaz Ahmed. Thank you.